lacrosse team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set! Press roll 80! Turn! Turn! Right there, right there!
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Colt defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 39. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 5. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good...
And off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. Not 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, Ward. Past the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Randolph. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Hey, check that. Street.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded at the 20. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Ward. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
40, 70. Let's go. 19, 18. Buffalo 18.
To throw is Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 10.
Hurt. Let's go now. 60 bites.
Up the middle they go. Meredith. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Operating from the gun. Randolph. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Randolph. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Colts had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
2nd and 11. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Randolph to the sideline and incomplete.
tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to have the football back again.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Brown goes in motion left. To throw, here's Ward. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Randolph. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Randolph. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bolton coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Randolph. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
They go play action with Ward. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
70, 18, 5 here.
In motion left comes Brown. Now Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Cowboys, let's go now. Cup 19, Cup 19. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is Ward. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air again, Ward. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary of today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Randolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Here's Smith to return it. There he goes, right side. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He got pretty darn close to a 3-digit interception return for a touchdown.
And what we learn on plays like that is just how far it is from end zone to end zone. That's a long way to go, isn't it? He gave a valiant effort trying to get there, but a great job staying with it in pursuit and running him down before he could get there for a touchdown.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing now, Ward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Brown goes in motion left. Ward, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And the Colts pick it up. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here now a 3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Randolph. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go. Trap 70 Timberwolves.
Second and 13. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. Randolph. That's to the left side, taken in by Hunter. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Titans' 38-yard line.
60 let's go.
Again, it's Taylor. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the fourth down conversion, now first and 10 inside the 25. Off the play fake. Randolph. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's one. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you consider that again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 21, here's the second and 8.
19 tight. Come on. 65, 18, run, 18.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. Operating from the gun, Ward. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Calling a very strong gain of 24.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
From the gun, Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Big gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Ward to throw once more. Going to throw right side here, complete. And the Titans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
19 right, Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Out of the gun, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down.
19, 18, 60, Bobcat.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18 right. Set up. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Set up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 46 yards. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
23 yards, the final tally. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Through the middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Travis Hunter, 30 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Titans have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Randolph. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Randolph. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger, 19. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That is caught by Hunter. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Hunter with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
49. Colts 35.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hold it ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well,
Partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. An extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Go track.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, here's Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Randolph. Pass taken by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Louis. Super. What's that?
Now it's the backup Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Travis Hunter finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance, that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Colts,